I got this feeling inside my bones. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we're in the zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good song in my feet. Feel that hot breath in my body when it drops. Oh, I can't take my eyes above it. Moving so phenomenally. You gon' like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting too close. When one moves, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving, so stay dancing. I am also flying, it right on. Flying up no sea right on. Flying in a sea right on. Flying turn it on. Also flying, it right on. Flying up no sea right on. Flying in a sea right on. Flying turn it on. All things I shouldn't do. Dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving, so keep dancing. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we're in the zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, that good song in my feet. Feel that hot breath in my body when it drops. Oh, I can't take my eyes off it. Moving so phenomenally. You gon' like the way we rock it, so don't stop. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. You're creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving, so stay dancing. Flying also flying, it right on. Flying up no sea right on. Flying in a sea right on. Flying turn it on. Also flying, it right on. Flying up no sea right on. Flying in a sea right on. Flying turn it on. All those things I shouldn't do.
Listen, everyone, before the show gets started, I want to first let you know that you can always support the show via CashApp, Zelle, PayPal. All financial contributions are greatly appreciated, and we really do thank you so much. Now sit back and let's enjoy.
All right, y'all, I just pinned it. Good morning, Smashers, Smashettes, Smash Squad. Good morning, Miss Diane Gibson. Good morning, Lisa Cleveland. How y'all doing out here? It's early in the morning. Sun shines out. Hold on one second. Good morning, LaMonica Harris. They're out here protesting this morning. We're at IBOC Church in Dallas, Texas. See what the sign says. All right.
Here in support.
They're here in support. I'll let you tell you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Arise International, we are
Wait, hold on. I don't think they can hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hi, Arise International is present here to support the ladies. We are a support organization here locally in Dallas, encouraging survivors to come into recovery. There is hope and healing after sexual trauma. So come out and support.
Thank you very much. Okay, y'all, let me come across the street. We're on Westmoreland Road in Dallas, Texas.
I have to say, black women are the backbone of a church, outnumbering men, but they're left by themselves. Where are the men out here? Where are the men that call us queens and say that we're valuable? Where are these people? The clergy are left here as predators to these women, yet I see all these women going into church, and 1 in 3 black women are molested by the time they are 18 years old. Yet we all say Black Lives Matter. We go around against the police, which we should have and which we still need to do. But they leave us, they leave these women, these black women out here to the predators of church and do nothing. You sleep in on Sunday? What the hell is that? Excuse me, I'm just furious. It's just, we need to stop protecting these offenders. That's the bottom line. There's so much misogyny out here. It's just unbelievable. And we need the other women, we need black men to come out here and stand up, because every one of these women count. Stop going into church. Stop and read the sign. One person has to tell you that that's a bad cop and everyone is against him, but we're telling you this is one bad pastor that has molested so many people and boys, and you do nothing about it. I just can't comprehend why we are not as valuable. Well, we are valuable. Every one of these black women here are valuable. Somebody get off the couch this morning, come back out here with your curlers on, with your cap on, with your baseball cap. I don't care. Come out and support. These women are crying. They're down on their knees. We're praying to God. Please, please take this man out of this church and bless this conversation. Dear Lord, bless this conversation. We need you here. Amen.
Hang on, y'all. I'm going across the street. How y'all doing this morning? Yeah.
You need to be aware that your pastor is in this pulpit and your pastor is doing things and he's hiding his hands. He's doing things and he's hiding his hands. He's being manipulative. And I know people personally. I have friends at this church. I'm very concerned. They have kids, grandkids that go to this church. And I'm very concerned about them. I cannot allow them to be ignorant of what's really going on. I allowed that to happen to my son. I wasn't aware of what was going on. I didn't know I was not the only one. Most abused victims think you're the only one. You're not the only one, okay? I'm here. You remember me? I'm Sister Donna. Remember me? I've always been your friend. We've always talked. He had me ministering to you. He had me out here. I was mentoring young girls for many, many years. Not knowing that this man, I have some of the girls that he's mentored that are coming to me now and said he was touching on me. He was touching on me. He was feeling on me. He was beating on me. He had my wrist handcuffed to my ankles, beating me. There are boys that are talking about how he's beat them while they were naked. I have personal stories of my son. Things that he did to my son I was not aware of, because you know what? My son said, Mama, you the one let us go to the church. So parents, listen, Listen to your kids. They may not come to you. You need to go to them and you need to ask them, what's going on? Has Pastor Rush ever done these things to you? If they tell you he paddled them, you need to ask them, how did he paddle you? How did he paddle you? Because what we think of paddling is, that's maybe 1 or 2 licks. This man is beating kids 20, 30, and 40 licks. Their butts are black and purple. I didn't know that was my son. My son has stories where other people have seen these things happen to my son. They never told me. They didn't come to me because I was up in his face all the time. I was right there supporting him, 100% loyal. You knew I was loyal. You remember me. I was loyal. So I'm trying to let you know. You need to look into this. Stop ignoring it. I'm not going to go away. I'm not going to go away. I don't care who gets mad. I don't care who gets disappointed. But you need to be aware of what's going on. This is real. This is real life. This is real life. Save our children. Protect our children from this predator that is in this pulpit. He's in there preaching God's word, but he's going to his office and he's taking kids in his office, have kids in there handcuffed to things in his office. I'm hearing these stories now. I never heard these things while I was in attendance at this church. Those of you who are questioning, well, what if this and what if that? Okay, maybe that was old. It's not old. These things are happening. Ask your pastor to step down. Ask your pastor to step down. We need your support, community. If Black Lives Matter, this is our black community. We have a man that has this big church with these street names after him. Where is Jesus in all of this? I eventually had to ask myself, where is Jesus? Where is Jesus? I would praise and worship. My praise and worship was genuine. I meant it. But I didn't know that this guy was doing all these things. I had no clue. I had no clue, so I'm not standing for it anymore. This is not cute. This is real life. This is real life. And I'm trying to right my wrong because I encourage many people to come to this church. Ask your pastor to stand down. Ask your pastor to step down until after this investigation. And unfortunately, many of you are going to one day wake up and it's going to be too late. Ask your pastor to step down. Pastor Rush is not preaching the word only. He's abusing kids, women and children, men. Don't go in there. Don't support this place. Don't support this place. Do not support this place. You need to ask your pastor to stand down. Your pastor is abusing people. Your pastor is abusing people. Your pastor is abusing people. Children. Your pastor is hurting children. He has a whole sign over here, a whole billboard saying he's closing prisons. He's opening schools to close prisons. That's a lie. The abuse he did to my son, it started from 11 years old, 10 years old. Okay, he abused my son starting at 10 years old. I had no idea. I was going through a divorce. I went to him for help. I thought he was helping. He was abusing my son. Sweetie, don't go in that church. Don't go in that church, brother. I had no clue. While I was going through a divorce, he was supposedly helping me with the kids. I trusted him. I stayed at this church because I trusted him. Yes, he abused me. He abused me at 16. He groomed me perfectly. I was the perfect person for him to groom and take under his wing. He took care of me and looked out for me. I didn't know he was abusing me. I had no clue that was abuse, but it was abuse. And it was real, and it has affected my life and my kids' lives. Yes, both of my kids. God is helping. God has provided help. God has provided help, but we need you. We need your voices. We need to be heard. Because this ain't just happening at this church, but it's starting at this church. There are priests that are doing this stuff. There are clergymen in these positions. We have to hold them accountable. Stop just looking for a place to go and worship. You can worship at home. If they're going to be doing this kind of stuff, you can praise and worship God at home. You don't have to go in these places. You don't need a man. You need God. You need Christ, not a man. Save our children. Don't go in that church. Don't go in that church. He's abusing kids. He's abusing kids. Yes, this is Sister Donna. Yes, it's me.
All right, you on live. What do you have to say?
My name is Renee.
You got to speak up so they can hear you.
Hi guys, this is Renee Phillips. I am standing outside of the Inspiring Body of Christ Church. I was a victim of sexual abuse from the pastor of this church. He was also my theater arts teacher in 10th grade at Skyline. And we are out here protesting peacefully. We are asking for this pastor to step down. It's time for him to step down. He is a predator in this community, and we are asking for him to be held accountable. I was violated, my sister was violated, Donna Fields, my nephew was violated, Ebony was violated. There are others. We're asking for the others to speak out as well. Don't be afraid. Don't let anyone intimidate you, no matter who they are, no matter the power, the status, you know, man of power. We're asking for him to be held accountable, guys. Thank you.
All right, guys, we are at the IBOC Church. As you can see, maybe the sign down there, IBOC. Hang on, I'm gonna come down here. So this is the young lady, Ebony, that made the first live. I'm gonna go down here to her real quick.
He needs to come down. He needs to come down. He's a child molester, a child abuser, a predator. I was in this church, handcuffed with my hands to my ankles, getting beat, and thought it was right because I was labeled as an out-of-control child. Y'all, we have to get this church shut down. It's that serious. It's that serious. Do y'all want y'all kids to come home one day and tell y'all somebody been doing something to them and questioning them? No. That is not what a man of God does. God has his time of taking everything down and preventing things. This is the time. I'm going to make sure it is the time. I was a victim for 5 years. 5. Not 1, not a couple of months. 5. Come on, y'all. Surviving Rickie Rush, that is real. Surviving child abuse, that is real. This is real. This is not made up. This is real. And this not clout. This not sympathy. This is for real.
Yeah, well, the newspaper is here. I believe that's the Dallas Morning News right
This
there.
one, yeah.
He's taking a picture of her. No, she's not by herself. I saw someone ask the question, was she out there by herself? The young lady earlier. No, there are people here. How y'all doing this morning? They have that car over there. It's also security for the IBOC church over there, that car. And then they have another security guy there.
resides basically most of the day. My experience was sexual abuse, and sexual abuse is real. It happened, at church on Buckner, and now we have two churches here side by side, and this pastor has not been
We're
held
protesting
accountable.
against Rickie Rush, the child molester and the child abuser.
What he has done. There's no way a predator can
Let's
have
help him
these
get out of this
allegations
community.
and no response from him. Any other time this pastor speaks in the community,
Would have
he's
been
silent
spoke.
now.
Would have been spoke.
So it is time for him to
Would have
step
been made a
down.
statement.
It is time for the community to understand that all of these allegations, they didn't just pop up. There are other victims speaking out, and we want y'all to know that you are not alone. We value your life. I'm sorry that you even had to go through any of this, because this is supposed to be a church built for spiritual, fulfillment in life, not abuse, not physical abuse. I'm sorry Ebony had to go through this. My sister, my nephew, myself, and others. Why do we have to go through this? We didn't ask for it. We went to school when he was a teacher at Skyline for our education. He was a theater arts teacher, my 10th grade year. Why did I go to that campus, and why was I violated? Why was I allowed to be taken off campus with an adult, a teacher? There were people that saw, but they didn't say anything. And why are we saying something today? Because you guys are listening. I tried to bring this up in 1998. Nobody was listening. Nobody took anything that I said serious, because they were intimidated by a man of power.
Yes.
And now look, he's magnified himself in this aspect, in this community, and even more allegations have been taking place ever since 1998 and before. You guys, we're asking for this pastor to step down. Acknowledge, if you have members here in this church and they really care for that pastor, they would go to him and ask him to step down.
Yes.
You guys know that there are enablers in there. That's how this has continued. Don't be blinded. It happens because you have people that are siding for wrong.
Yes.
That are getting paid, for whatever reason.
Yes.
But we're not a payoff. Our life and value is more than a dollar bill. Okay?
Yes.
Hold this pastor accountable.
Did y'all hear what she said? Her sister, her nephew. That means he's going in families, making sure he does damage. You heard Donna over there saying he was loving and kind and treated her good. Evil. All that is evil. And money is most definitely the root of all evil. And that's what he calls himself, sprinkling on everybody. A couple of dollars. Just a couple of dollars. A couple of dollars can't get me shit. I'm serious. Don't have nothing to help do in the community. None of these kids.
Okay? I chose to stop taking anything from him. That was me. I didn't want it. Get off this area. I chose to stop taking things from him. Many years ago. And knew until I went public and I said what I've said today. When I went public in 2018 and I said on my Facebook post, Rickie Rush abused me and my son. When I went public, I knew at that point I could never look to him for anything else. I knew what I was doing and I was okay with that. You gotta step down. We gotta ask him as a community, guys. We have to ask him to step down. Enough is enough. Enough. Time is up. You picked on the right one. Here's my sister right here. We are back. I know he probably shaking in his boots knowing that we have reconnected, because he lied to me and he had us not talking for 20 plus years, but we are back together. We're standing right here to let him know. I know the whole story, Rickie Rush. Rickie Rush, I know my sister's story. She told me what happened to my son. So now I know and now I'm not going to go away. You know me. I've always been a spiritual warrior for God because I believe that I have to live my life with purpose. Now that I know that you are a wolf in sheep clothes, deceiving and manipulating people.
And you knew that when you violated me at Skyline, you knew that. You knew exactly what name to call. You said, "Don't tell my sister." You begged
because you knew what you had done to me. So you didn't want her to come to me.
And you silenced me. You silenced me when you tried to take me to court that one day it didn't work.
And then you demonized my sister. You demonized my sister and told the whole congregation that she kidnapped Christian. And you knew she didn't kidnap Christian.
I've never been arrested. You can pull up the records.
She never
been arrested.
kidnapped
Never
Christian.
kidnapped your daughter. I wouldn't do that.
You had me telling other people my sister was mentally deranged.
Yeah, it was.
I said that. I sat down with Beverly. How about that? You remember Pastor Rush? Pastor Rickie G. Rush? Do you remember when you had me to go to your house and talk to Beverly? Do you remember that? You asked me, will you please go and talk to Beverly? Will you please, because things are out of hand at home. And I went and I talked to Beverly. Beverly knows this story.
She knows. I called her when I left to actually explain why I left. It's not. She knows.
Beverly knows. Do you remember? Do you remember, Beverly, when I sat in your house when you lived on Blossom Street? I sat in your house when he invited me to your house to talk to you. Do you remember that when I sat there and I talked to you and I said my sister has some mental issues and her hair was coming out and her face was breaking out and she was losing weight? I didn't know that what he was really doing, he had sexually abused and assaulted my sister. I had no idea because she didn't tell me. She kept her mouth closed, and when we keep our mouths closed, other people get hurt. So now we are not going to be quiet. We're going to be very loud, and we're going to let other people know. And those people that were members on Buckner remember this story because he stood in that pulpit and he said, somebody kidnapped Christian. Somebody is following me around. That was a lie. Just like he lied and said his mother was murdered, he sat there and told us that his mother was raped and murdered. He told me that from the time I was 16 years old. He's a liar and he's a deceiver.
If he can lie about his mother's death, and it is proven.
His mother died from liver disease or something. Something has nothing to do.
Guys,
has nothing to do with murder. He wrote books about this man. It's sick.
What else does it take? If you can take our stories and say, "Oh, never mind, this stuff is too old," and
go look it up and see.
Look it up.
The Dallas Morning News would not stand behind our story if we were just out here talking a bunch of mess. They would not subject themselves to lawsuits knowing that they had to investigate. It took them a couple of years to investigate this story. That's why we're here, because we want these church members to know. These are people that I've loved on, that have loved me back. I need them to know.
You can't go through all these generations. You can't go through 2 and 3 generations.
Help us to get this pastor to step down in our community.
It's not going to be okay. It never was okay. It didn't stop with my sister. It didn't stop with me, my nephew, Ebony. It didn't stop. Why is it not stopping? Because he's not being held accountable.
Ask your pastor to step down.
He has a different side of him.
There's an open investigation going on right now of child abuse,
oh my God,
sexual assault, sexual abuse. Ask your pastor to step down.
And it's good that you guys are saying that when he didn't do this to me, he didn't do. That's great. Honestly, he couldn't possibly do this to everybody. But he did it to us, and we are hearing of the others. So honestly, when you know a predator is a predator, they have good sides and they have evil sides. It's time for you guys to ask this pastor to step down and to be held accountable.
We're out here at the Inspired Body of Christ Church on Westmoreland in Dallas, Texas. We have a preacher that is preaching the word of God and mixing lies with truth because he's manipulating lives. This man has an open investigation of sexual abuse, physical abuse, and he needs to step down. It's only fair. It's only fair. If you want the facts, then let this man step down while this case is being investigated. It's the right thing to do, and you know it's the right thing to do. Hello. We need your help, guys. We need your help. And this bad? We need to help get our voices heard. I'm not going to be quiet. This is not going to go away. Every time these doors are open, we're going to be out here with these signs until all of these church members know your pastor has an open investigation of sexual abuse. This pastor is raping boys. How about that? This pastor is raping boys. And girls. I know this personally. Get him out of this pulpit now.
It has taken us, my sister and I, it's taken us over about 22 years to reunite. And again, it was over the lies that this pastor planted and manipulated. And we have heard of all of the various division, the tactics that he used. Guess what? We've learned them. We've learned their tactics, and they're not working anymore. You know, you have people watching and monitoring us and friending us. There are some people that I told back in 1998, there was a pastor. I won't call her by name, but she had a teenage daughter. And I told her why I was leaving the church back then, and to be aware and look out for her teenage daughter. And you know, like, well, how many times did this happen, and where did it take place? How does that make a young teenager and adult feel? Your concern should have been the predator. Why didn't you go and ask your pastor? Why isn't anyone able to confront him about his wrongdoings?
Out of the pulpit. He has a sexual assault, sexual abuse case.
Y'all are
He's
allowing
raping
a
kids.
predator to
This
prey.
man is raping kids. Don't go to this church, and make sure you tell other people, don't go to this church. This pastor has an open investigation that people need to be aware of. Look into it. It's been going on. I don't know if the police are just too busy, but the problem is something needs to happen. We need him to step down.
And we want to let you guys know, we know you're listening, because the parking lot is pretty empty. And that means somebody is listening. This place is not packed out. I've heard it used to be packed, several services. It's a reason, because at some point, the truth actually can stand versus the evil, the lies, deception, manipulation, the repeat of messages, the begging of tithes and offering. We've learned all of those messages. There are some churches that are open with the right values and morals, but this church is not. So for those that think this is against church and spiritual, attack on ministry, you're absolutely wrong. Had it not been for God on my side, I wouldn't be here today. And I am a Christian, and I am thankful that I made it through what I experienced. Yeah. Y'all know. Y'all know. They know.
This pastor needs to step
It's a
down.
long time since most people found
Help us get this pastor out of the pulpit.
Okay, talk to them. Okay, don't talk to them.
it took us
Let
a
me
long
tell y'all
time.
Help
something.
us get this pastor
This
out of the
is
pulpit.
sexual abuse, child abuse, and physical abuse. It is not just sex. Now let me state that fact. It's more than just sex. Because everybody keeps sexing, this and that. No, it's all type of abuse. Sexual, child, physical. It's a lot of things. Emotional, mental abuse. It is more than just sexual abuse. So y'all need to be aware of everything. Don't think that it's just, oh, they was grown and this happened, or they was fast, or they was out of control. No, he been manipulative. He been a finesser. Let's just be real, because I can't say shit sweet, because this shit not sweet. Physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, and like I said, if y'all ain't seen nothing wrong with this man, let's erase everything he's did. Y'all ain't gonna hold him accountable for cheating on his wife for 30 years. So marriage don't mean nothing no more. Let's be real about this. Y'all got to get this man. Damn. My baby out here.
Get out. Don't go in that church.
Get out. He waving.
Y'all see that survivor child abuse? It's real. That means all forms.
This pastor is abusing kids.
Mute Pastor Rush. Mute Pastor Rickie Rush.
Mute Rickie
of the
Rush.
Inspiring Body of
Mute
Christ.
Rickie Rush. Mute 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 Rickie Rush. Now your pastor has an office.
They definitely know. They know. He did apologize. And apologize to the church. All the, no, I'm saying the members been on under all the stuff. We know. That's what they keep saying. Nah, y'all are
You need to go over there and do it, but you cannot stop her from coming in this church.
We hadn't stopped it.
You just walked through and still here. Stay on the opposite side of the car.
Nobody came in.
Family. What is hard?
Listen.
Okay, I'm going to listen to you. And I listen to you. You listen to me. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I didn't stop anybody from coming in.
Okay.
Second of all, this man is sexually abusing kids. You need to personally ask him.
you
I
say
know you
it.
got a job, and I'm on the side
And all
of the
I ask you
road.
is respect my
But I'm
job. I'm gonna
personally,
respect your job.
okay, respect
So
my
I'm on the
voice.
side of the
This
road.
man is raping kids.
I'm sorry.
Sir, why would you even want to work here? Why would you even support these people coming in here? This man is sexually abusing kids. He's not closing prisons. He's making kids go crazy. He's making kids go crazy.
Why would you even support by working for a
He's
man?
hurting
There's
kids.
so many other jobs
Do
in
you have
Texas,
kids?
dude.
Get on this side, Ebony.
There's so many other
get
jobs
over
in
here.
Texas.
Come on this side.
And so are we.
Well, I'm talking to
Hey,
you.
no, but we want
Do
you
you
to do
have
all
kids?
your handwork.
Do you have kids?
That's a double standard.
You need to protect your kids. Make sure your kids not going
to
here.
the school.
This man is raping and abusing kids.
What if he raped your child,
He's
your
raping and
son?
abusing kids.
If you're so worried, stand up here by us.
Don't go in there. Do not go in there. Do not go in there. We got a real black man out here standing up for the kids, standing up for the women.
Uh-oh, here he comes.
We got one, two, 3, 4. Cardi Popo, cardi Popo, cardi. Yeah.
what your pastor is teaching you?
At this point,
Your pastor teaching you to not allow us to protest peacefully? We have a right, our Constitution. We have a right.
Well, there's more people coming. I think they're supposed to be here till 12 noon. I think there's, hold on, y'all. Hang on, let me take my mask off real quick. Sorry, y'all, look a little rough this morning. But they're supposed to be here till 12 noon, I believe. I believe the next service is at 9 a.m. Hang on for me 1 second. Y'all, good morning.
Protest something in front of the church by myself 3 months ago. They said on Facebook I was crazy.
You're not crazy.
Now who crazy? I told y'all about Rickie Rush.
That's right.
Is the particle he had my 18 kids in her.
yes, yes,
Fuck you, what now? Sorry for my name.
yes, yes.
13. But seriously,
Rickie Rush.
White fish in the legislation. And I got another story behind my today too, but it kind of says I'm right in the book.
Right, thank you.
Another story behind that.
Right, thank you.
She said she got another story behind that.
And behind my life, but you know,
We had to break this curse. We had to break this curse. This has been a curse, and I got tired of it. I had to break this curse. I value our young boys and girls more than money, more than a building.
Don't get you too. Bucket.
Our lives matter.
See what I'm
Our
saying?
lives matter.
Good morning.
Look at Faith can't thank you. Yeah, I'm finna go down to the other end in a minute.
He put his thumb up the list, and that's great.
Is there people on the other side?
We need to get we can go over there too. Again, I want to make sure you guys know the severity of the allegations. I am a victim. I'm a survivor. What I experienced, nobody should have to go through that. My experience and memories of high school and church should be great memories. But it was not because of this predator. He was a predator.
Why you doing it now?
He's a predator. He was a predator at Skyline High School, and he was a predator as well as my pastor of the Inspiring Body of Christ Church. And we're asking for him to step down.
Oh yeah.
Why can't a pastor step down?
My friend just told me last night we now have kids that our kids are siblings, but we came in together as kids. Do y'all know she told me last night that when she was 16, I knew about it. They were having sex, and she wanted Pastor Rush, after having sex with her, to get in front of the church and tell the church that she was a 16-year-old prostitute after he paid her for sex at 16 years old. Now y'all tell me what that is.
That means that there is a pattern. Predators have a pattern. And guess what? We've learned those patterns, and they're not working anymore. Your time is up. God knows, and your time is up because we're out here, and you never thought we would connect. You need to be held accountable.
They take the kids, these little kids, they come in crime street the neighborhood. And they get them up here and they manipulate them. It ain't the kid's fault, it's his fault.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's some more people that bag him up. That bring him from him.
All the
It's
teachers,
just a man of God.
all the choir
You
members.
think God built this church for him to do that? See, that's how Satan was.
Do they not know how me and
Idolatry.
Donna connected? Me and Donna's connected because he used to have Donna do my hair
Idolatry.
when I was a kid.
There's no reason we would need. Why does he have to have 2 churches side by side? Why is this church the only church, mega church, gated in the community?
Yes.
Why is that?
Yes.
The doors of the church should be open.
Yes.
Why do we have a security person right here?
Amen.
The doors of the church should be open. They're not open. He has an entourage because guess what?
What church y'all know that got horses? What church you know have horses? I ain't never been in that church that had horses.
used to take me from Skyline to go feed horses and to do inappropriate things while I was a student at Skyline. That should not have been allowed.
The police need to come and arrest his ass.
We got a gun line right
Mute Rickie Rush. 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 Mute Rickie Rush.
The person, are you serious?
He is a predator. He is a
Oh
wolf
my God.
in sheep clothing.
Don't go in there. This pastor has an open investigation for sexual abuse.
Don't do that. No.
Idolatry.
They don't know no better. They don't know better, guys. It used to be me. I used to go to this church. I used to support this man.
We gotta make
I
them
didn't
know
know what
we
he
know.
was doing. They don't know what he's doing.
They know.
They know.
All of them don't know.
They read.
Some of
They
them
don't want
do
to
know.
know.
You're right. Some of them
They don't want to know.
Because
They don't want to know. They want to ignore it because they all
The parents you just said you used to be a member of this church. You know. They know. Let's be real. They know.
All of them don't
He
know.
probably just paying their bills.
They know. They know. It's been in the investigation for years. Did y'all just say she came out in 1998? Tell me what year it is. Because she came out in 1998. It's 2020. They know.
Yeah, they know now.
I know some of them don't
They
know.
know now.
They know, like
Not all of them know.
like they told me on my live. Take the money and shut up. Because they know. Who said something about some money?
We not taking
They
no
know.
money. Hey, listen, we don't want no money. We want him to sit down. Rickie Rush, sit down. Sit down. You know what you've done. You've done wrong and you're hiding your hands. Step down.
And you still went in there. You still going in there.
Abuse case open.
Don't wave at us.
That look like him. I was just going to say that look like
That
him.
is him.
That look
Oh,
like
Pastor,
him.
you want cold, man.
For real. That look just like him.
He don't have a car,
There are
man. He have
people
a
that are in leadership roles and in the choir. Those are the ones that typically know. His entourage, those are the ones that know. His spouse, that is a person that
Everybody
Did
know
you say
now.
somebody else? It was somebody else he allowed to beat you with him?
The cameraman. What's the man with the afro?
My baby was a teenager. This baby told me her story. She said that
Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Don't go in there.
to beat her when she was a teenager with him.
He
They
probably
took
paying their bills.
turns
You never
beating
know.
her.
Get up and get a
he
job.
names
It's
his
sick.
paddles. He names them. It's names.
He's beating kids naked. Okay?
Yes.
Parents, you need to know. He's not just paddling them, but he's dropping their clothes and he's beating them naked for 20, 30, and 40 licks. You need to check your child's bottoms because I did not know because my sons never told me.
Y'all need to
They
stop.
never told
Y'all
me.
need to stop taking
Because they
y'all
thought
kids
I was
to him
supportive of that.
for any disciplinary
They thought I would
action.
know.
Because
They
my
thought I
mama
wouldn't
kept
care.
sending me up here with him,
These
not
kids
knowing
don't
what
know.
he was doing.
He wasn't paying her brother.
When you got your own kids, you stand with your own kids and discipline your own kids. Don't hand your kids off to nobody else. He taught me that.
And he should not, it's not his role. He's acting like a dictator. Okay?
He's talking about he Joe. How you Joe? How you Joe? You are a child molester and an abuser. And I feel sorry for your wife. For
He's
real.
been doing this since the 80s. There are students from Skyline. They said he's been doing this. We thought y'all already knew.
Stay behind that
So
car.
if it was happening in the 80s and I spoke out in the 90s and here we are in 2020, what's wrong? What's wrong with our community? Why are we allowing a predator to prey?
Rickie
This
Rush.
person on this live says Beverly Rush knows.
Yes, she knows. I went to her.
Does
I
she
went
know?
to his wife, you guys, as a young
Well,
adult.
that's the thing.
Kristen know what that man
And
was
apologize to her.
doing. She said, no, her daddy
I
was
didn't ask
making
for
her.
I didn't ask for
You
this to happen.
absolutely right.
I didn't have got to apologize to
Absolutely.
her.
That's what all this is about.
And I wanted to let her
Preaching
know why I
lessons to
left
the
the church
parents.
and that I didn't ask for this.
Because they're going to
And she knows. So why is the spouse not holding him accountable? I asked you Beverly to go to him and ask him to step down or for you to speak out. My name is Renee Phillips. I asked Beverly Rush to speak out.
And she wouldn't. She wouldn't.
It's that money. I was up there
And don't want to be embarrassed. I'm a married woman myself. And my husband done did some things. If I choose to stay by him, I choose to stay by him. If I don't, I don't.
The lifestyle can get you caught.
When you a real woman, you just stand up and be accountable.
That's dirty money. If you want to take
And
lavish
drug
lifestyle
money.
and be a predator.
And drug money, because he got connects with the drug dealers. I've been in these streets. I know.
My ex-girl.
I know.
Actually married her sister and brother. I mean, her brother and her sister and brother all together. And they, matter of fact, they finna be up here. He finna sing in church in a minute.
Oh.
She said she didn't know that he like that he mess around with little boys too.
He gay. His pants too tight for him not
The
to
little
mess
boy,
with
the
a
lady just said she met a little boy at the gas station. The little boy just wanted to tell somebody how he was Rickie Rush lover. He just
Wait a minute.
That's why he have his sexual relationship with so many women and little girls and kids, because on the inside he's a gay man.
He been doing this for a minute.
Oh, how you got preacher going against God's Bible? You wrong.
He's been doing this stuff for a long time, and your time is up, Rickie Rush. Mute Rickie Rush.
She said his wife know what's going on. She ain't buying this thing. Beverly Rush, are you going to hell for money? I'm telling you. She said your sign upside down. I'm sorry, y'all.
We can't allow this to continue. Our lives
He paying the whole church. Got my homeboy right now scared to say something because his mama worked at this church.
That's a pattern. There are several
He
stories
said,
like
what
this.
I'ma do, Ebony? What I'ma say? And that's how my mama pay her bills and take care of her bills. What am I gonna do? I said, you grown, you gotta speak up for you. You can't worry about your
He's been our provider for all these years.
Shit, what y'all don't know
Guess
how
what?
serious
You
this
need to
is.
speak out.
This is dead.
Value yourself more than the money of this church.
Please.
All of these young girls and boys, they're messed up. I've been hearing this since 1998 when I tried to go on with my life. And I actually thought, well, maybe he'll get it right. No, it hasn't happened.
Yeah, not yet.
You know why? Because a person of this caliber has to be stopped. A predator to this magnitude has to be stopped. He doesn't see that he's done anything wrong. He never denied anything. He's just continuing because he has supporters. You guys need to ask him to step down.
Don't let her step down. And we are not here say, she say, we are victims. Me, Renee, Donna, you got victims out here. If we can do it, we will support y'all to do it. And we got other type of help. If y'all want to be anonymous, if y'all don't want people to know what's going on with y'all and just need some help and healing on the inside, we can get y'all some help. Because it's more than just about this. We care about y'all and what y'all are really going through. We out here protesting, but our main objective is to help people that's scared to speak out. And other, not just victims of Rickie Rush, victims of anybody.
Any pastor.
Anybody. Any pastor, school, teacher. Did y'all hear what she said? He was her 10th grade teacher. A theater arts teacher, so you know what that means? That means he's a hell of a good actor. That means he's a hell of a good actor because he done went to school and graduated college for it. Y'all better listen to me.
Listen, look, y'all, I have to share my classmate that remembers me from Scotland. She done came out here and surprised me. She remembers me from school, and I had a really rough time back then. I had a few friends, but she was one of my homegirls. And you're not alone.
And the Skyline was, what kind of school is it? Yeah. And look what he doing to the smart girls. Look what he doing. Praying on them. Because my mentor was 16 and pregnant. We all was teen mamas, just like his daughter. Hello? 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 Everything got pictures and cream in there? I know. We know. Y'all better listen, and y'all better get with it. I'm telling y'all, it's just funny to me. Let me tell y'all something. When I was going to this church, at this time, this whole block would be crowded of people trying to get in here. Do you see how easy it is to get in here, how empty it is? It used to be thick in here like the club. Look how empty it is.
Yeah, let's go on the other side.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, I can feel it.
All right, y'all. So it looks like they're going to move to the other side, to the other entrance. So I may log off because I'm going to have to drive around.
She gonna represent. Yeah, she gonna represent. Here's Rickie Rush. He's a predator.
I believe they're going to be here till about 12 noon. Why are you here?
Well, I'm with SNAP, Survivors Network of Those Abused by Police.
Could you speak up so that they can hear you?
Yeah, I got a mask on.
Yeah,
so.
you can just pull it down.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, so with SNAP, I'm the regional person for
Speak to them.
Well, yeah, so we support survivors. We have support groups. We expose priests and other clergy. We also do statute of limitations reform so that Donna and Renee would have a case even today if we had that reform. And so these poor girls will go through this throughout their entire life. They will suffer just like I do. I'm a survivor myself.
Thank you so much. Tell them the name of your organization again.
Sure, it's SNAP, Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests.
Is it a field? Is that his property?
I'm saying, I don't think.
I think there's a way to cross over. And there's a field over there. They got a nurse club or something like that. Last time they
They're going to the other side now, so I'm gonna have to log off here, y'all. Y'all gonna sign back on here shortly. About another lookout for me in about 10 minutes.
She was with me.
Now I gotta get y'all get you this time. Let me get this normal.
Hang on for me 1 second. Let me get back across the street real quick.
Intentionally beating on our children. IBOC. That's exactly what IBOC is. Thank you, Lord, for this sign. All y'all that just got coming in, y'all know what's going on. We out here. I'm going to stay on here till my phone.
You can talk about something like this because it's not easy.
Say it again.
I just respect what it takes for a black woman to show the fortitude to come out here and stand by themselves and, talk about something like this. It's not easy. And I really had no choice but to come out and support them, you know what I'm saying? It's not, all these women out here, I'm the only black dude out here. The only black man out here. And it's not right. Because I know my sisters will stand with me if it was a cause I needed them to stand by me about, they'd be right here behind me, so it's only right that I show them the same love because, I love my sisters. I don't know them personally, I don't know him personally, but you know, they don't need to be out here alone. And from jump, and I read about the story, the basis of it was from even before all this happened, you know, she was taken advantage of and not protected by a black man. And then the man she chose to, you know, my mother chose to protect her was Pastor Rush. Took advantage of her, preyed on her, allegedly. You know, but they don't need to be out here alone. You know, they don't need to be out here alone, so I'm with them.
No, that's what his members got on my live and said. When we was at her protest and the wreck happened with my little cousin. Oh, that's what he get. That's what happened when y'all mess with each other. You almost died. What type of shit is that to say as the member of this church? If you gonna take up for your pastor, take up for him in the right way. Don't take up for him and say no evil shit. You got his members on my live calling me ugly, calling me out my name, calling me wide vagina because I got 7 kids.
Sister, tell them what you want. Tell them why we are protesting.
We are protesting for child abuse.
I don't like this. Tell them what you are seeking. What is this? What's your end goal?
My ending goal is to help. You like my 14-year-old brother standing right there? Them are my goals right there. To help all the young ladies in my age group when I was going through what I was going through at this church.
And it happened in that church right
My best friend. I stayed with her when I was 14 and pregnant, her and her mama. Really, that was the best time of my teenage life because that was the only time I was protected. I hated when I had to go have my baby because the bullshit was back on. But he tried me after I had my baby. He tried to go from physical abuse to sexual abuse like I was that weak in the mind. I ain't never been a kid in a grown man like that. I was fast, Rickie, but not that fast.
Mute Rickie Rush! Mute Rickie Rush!
And my daughter standing out here. And put your hands on her, I'm going to the pen.
I'm killing him myself. You ain't got to worry about that.
That's the way they leave out, ain't it?
No,
Wait,
when church service used to come, it used to be this way, a gate down there, and it's another gate
another
over
gate in the
there.
back.
She was a member her whole life. She just
It started off in this church right here. This one.
Started in the Grove for me.
See, now I wasn't even thought of, but still, this church right here.
Before he even had a big church.
Because I'm saying, if you ain't here beating on me and disciplining me and stuff at 12, how I get pregnant at 14? If y'all leading me in the right direction.
They still gonna go with, hey, don't Rickie Rush. Hold your pastor accountable.
She zoomed in hard too. She trying not to look. They better protect their baby, that's all I'm gonna say. Protect their baby.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing about it though, these people, the people that's at this church today, it's no convincing them.
Pole in one room.
They want to believe what they want to believe.
A stripper pole.
What?
It's a room upstairs, like right there where the windows at.
Oh, that's why he always reaching out to the strippers. He want private shows.
This lady said, Miss China Curry said, God answered my prayers. I was 14. My brother was dying of cancer. My brother was dying of cancer. He was beating my mom's ass as he was passing her friends. People out here beating you about him. That's crazy.
Y'all see that?
Y'all see that prayer this morning?
She need to get that.
Everybody beating about him like this.
Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but unwarily their arm.
This church would have been patched back in like 20.
They know what's up. This church would have been patched.
That's my
We got members out here supporting.
Especially for fire service.
That's why I'm saying I cannot believe how empty it is. You want to say it? I was finna say they ain't even out here. They ain't seen
You ugly.
We gonna be out here until it's completely empty.
Don't go in there.
She just pulled in. She done went out the other gate and came back around.
Don't go in there, baby.
Get back, get back.
Turn around.
Get back.
Don't say nothing to me.
Get back.
She a child. She can't even get to jail, so. I can't even. Minor.
You ain't got to, because I'm going to go to jail for.
You better go on about your business. You know what's going on. It's a protest.
Y'all help us say these kids.
Sir. You fat fool! You need to go lose some weight! You need to go lose some weight! You fat fool! That's why your tire finna go flat!
You know?
Yeah! I know everybody driving through here!
I see you keep on calling them by their name. Yeah, that's why I was just saying.
Okay. And the security guard up here, y'all let the men can't handle him.
You ain't gotta do all that.
Who brings a gun to a church?
You said we can talk when you get off the clock. I would be more than happy to get your number.
Don't go in there! That's his brother right there. One of his brothers. That's a deacon. That's the brother. He's gonna raise his hand. He get home.
That's crazy how my daughter know everybody pulling up in this church. That's what I'm telling y'all. This ain't clap. This for real. This was our life.
Yeah,
this was our life.
I respect it.
This was our life. Thank you. I'm so dedicated in this. I've been calling off work, everything. This how passionate I am. Like I said, y'all, it is really not about Rickie Rush. It's about these kids. God give me where I need to be. I'm going to have some work for all these kids to go. Mingle, be sociable, talk. I'm one of the coolest people you'll ever meet in your life. That's why I got to be serious about saving these lives, because I am serious about it. Y'all, we gotta save these babies, protect these babies. Now these grown women that's choosing to do what they want to do, that's on them. But if you 18 and below, we can help make a change. That man over there said he out here because he did something to his ex-girlfriend. His ex-girlfriend. Not even a current girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. So, he said he went in there and confronted Rickie Rush face to face in front of the church. He said Rickie Rush died for calling crazy. Humiliating him. Y'all people thinking he's crazy because he's standing up for right.
They don't understand that Black Lives Matter. Yeah, they concept. I mean, they don't.
Black Lives Matter when they get killed by white people. Black Lives Matter after you dead. That's when Black Lives Matter with black people. Then they want to put your picture on the shirt and come protest for somebody they ain't never seen. But when somebody is in your same neighborhood, somebody is in the backyard of your same community, nobody is out here protesting. That's crazy. Protest with strangers that we don't know in another state. We got injustice right here in our city.
Right here.
Right here in our city. We don't have to wait till people are dead for Black Lives to matter. Black Lives matter every day. This is an issue for Black Lives to matter about.
And I didn't go to sleep till 3 o'clock this morning.
He watching,
right
you
back
gonna
up
pass
at 6.
inch of a line, man. They know we out there. They come and call them later on. It
Let
ain't
them
about
do
you.
what they want to do.
It ain't about you.
I'm telling y'all, until you've been had your wrist handcuffed to your ankles and feet, you don't even understand where I'm coming from. Now you visualize having your wrist handcuffed to your feet and getting a woman, and you let me know, and you tell me the visual. Or you handcuff yourself to somebody else and go try to run around a track and crawl on the ground and get beat at the same time, and you let me know what the visual is.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah.
He showed me come up out of there.
Like if he wanted a football team, that's all he had to say.
No, this field, okay, before this was the church.
Y'all said
Before
black
this
lives
was the
matter.
church, it
It's
was
black lives in the church that matter. Some of them don't even know what's going on.
He
Because
got
they
me,
child.
Jonathan, all our shoes, spread them out everywhere, and made us crawl. Not walk and find our shoes. He made us crawl on our heads. And I'm talking about when this was nothing. This land right here was nothing. He got all our shoes and sprinkled them from that end of the street to the end of those apartments. It made us cry. Do y'all know we came out here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and we didn't find our shoes till 3 o'clock in the morning?
That's what we're going to read at 9:30.
They don't know. They think he a man of God. And then one lady said, he just human. Well, they need to release everybody in prison because they just human too.
On Monday,
they just human too.
That man said that he one minute that's been going to the church. He came out of Monday school and approached us and said that he has already forgiven Pastor Rush. What are you forgiving him for?
Exactly.
Why are you forgiving an innocent person? And why do you continue to go here and not hold him accountable?
He said, my mom been telling me to come out the church, so you ain't gonna listen to
It's
your
no convincing these people. Don't stop. Come on, baby.
Record us and take it to your pastor.
Come here, Faith.
No, get that on camera. Don't get it on camera, Faith, but stand in the grass. Stand in the grass.
Don't get
Oh, we done got Hey.
He handcuffed me. I don't know what you got to do, but
right now, we're in the danger zone right now because it's all of y'all in front of me, right? I'm asking. That's why
What is that, a threat? Uh-oh. He called it a danger zone. Let me move back. Let me move back because he does have a gun on his hip.
She wanna listen.
Talk to her. Yeah. If it matters, you got this side.
Look, lady, get over there. Get over there.
You pointed to me.
Over there.
You pointed to me. You brought me over there. Double standard. You're a double standard.
It's not no double standard.
Don't talk about my sign. Don't talk about my sign. Don't talk about my sign. And then when I come to talk to you about it.
Oh, he said he liked her sign. Uh-oh, that's the security, y'all. Y'all heard it right here. He said, I like your sign. You know what that means. And he keeps saying, I'll talk to you after church. I'll talk to you after I get off. Can't talk in the uniform. Y'all heard it. Hey, that's public statement.
The problem is this. This is the problem.
That was weird. I like your sign. That was very weird.
Over the moral decency of a church. Oh, they call the police guilty right away without any investigation.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was really, really weird for him to say, I like y'all sign. These are all the signs, so I don't know which one he likes.
When you ask him if it was his kids, he don't got nothing to say. Because he looked like a nigga that'd be in jail if he did something to his kids. That's how he look. But you want to take up for this man because he paid you a check.
I'm talking about my pastor, period.
Who is that?
Outside, Yana Brody. It don't matter. He touching little girls and little boys.
And we outside, Yana Brody.
So I understand they frustration after because it couldn't be my child, but as a community, it is one of my child. So this pastor here, and they talking about erecting a statue in his likeness, you might well put Satan in front of him.
That means y'all done forgave him, he right child. She got my life talking about don't talk about her pastor. Hey, get out my shit. Get out of my shit protecting him. I don't respect women who don't take up for women. I respect women who take up women, but that's how I know y'all weak-minded and y'all love these niggas. Cause y'all be so quick to take up for a man, but to bash your sister. Where they do that at? Where do they do that at? I ain't never seen a group full of women. It ain't even the men. It's the women taking up for them. And y'all the ones that's getting paid to let him do it to y'all daughters. I know what y'all is. I done figured it out. I ain't 14 no more, I'm 30, and I done figured it out. Can't nobody pay me to mess over mine or abuse mine. They so quick to be up under a man and listen to a man and not stand by your sister. Give me
That's her daughter, y'all. She gonna be protected. I'll be protective over my mama too.
Your church, honey, we don't have to call you at.
Let's catch their numbers so they don't go in there. They still
I'm
gonna go in
just
there
trying
and
to
get a
figure
check.
out. Let me say this. I'm just trying to figure out.
Don't go in there,
if y'all look right, let me turn my face on the camera. If y'all look right and y'all are protecting y'all pastor, don't he teach y'all to turn the other cheek? Why y'all on my live trying to fight? Y'all on her arguing with my 14-year-old daughter. Some shit that'll get you killed.
That's your child. And y'all steady messing with child.
That is a minor
They
y'all
think it's
are
okay to mess with
arguing with.
kids.
But y'all taking up for this man. I thank y'all for arguing with a minor so the world can see how sick-minded his members are. It ain't just him. He done brainwashed all y'all. Me and my daughter was at this church over 10 years, so how y'all gonna tell us about him?
Talking about my pastor.
How y'all gonna
talking about some mud.
I can't wait to see your face on the news after he's not guilty. Y'all lie for some money. Who got some money? I keep some money. I got my own bag. I've been working 2 or 3 jobs since I can remember.
If he guilty, it's right.
Who
It's
got
right.
the money?
Right is right.
My
wrong is
kids
wrong.
don't step around and I'm friend and shit. I got a lot of kids and they step right. Don't nobody need no money. He was giving me money when I was 14, baby. That's chump change. That's chump change. I got 2 jobs. One at a hospital and a part-time job. I'm very educated. I'm very educated. Very educated. My married name is Ebony Davis, but my real name is Ebony Kirkwood. Google me, baby.
Google her, baby.
Google me. And when you find out about me, come back and holler at me.
I'm not finna argue.
Because if this your pastor, you supposed to be in that church and I'm at her. Somebody get their phone and look up Yana Bro.
They're going to believe what they want to believe regardless. So if they want to accept the allegations, they will. If they don't want to accept the allegations, they won't.
I guarantee you half of the people on that live
in the same manner that we're trying to do. So it's no need to continue to argue with the members or try to convince them because they're going to believe what they want to believe. Either way, we're here to request that he is being held accountable. We want to know whether or not if he did these things, and if he did, he is not a man of the cloth, and he needs to have his behind down from that pulpit. First of all,
that's my sister.
He needs to have himself down from the pulpit until this is straightened out, until those questions are answered, and we know that the children in this community are safe and not being hunted by a predator.
Somebody saying,
not being preyed on by a predator. Once we know that our community is safe, all of these apartment complexes that are surround us, and we know that these single mothers who need some help are not out here still doing, you know, the same thing they were doing back in 1997. That's why we're out here. These people, they gonna go in there. They don't care. They want to be there. These are not new allegations. These are century-old allegations. So come on, this is not new. We just taking a stand now. That's the difference. We've been knowing. Now we're doing something about it. That's the difference. That's the difference. It's either you want to believe it or you don't. That's it. It's horrible either way. You out here for 10 years, baby. You know what he got?
That's what I'm saying. She the one who don't know what she's talking about. Y'all just want the money, baby.
What kind of car you need?
Rickie Rush cannot pay me to do any motherfucking thing. Rickie Rush can't pay me to do nothing. He damn sure can't pay me to shut up. But I see that's what type of bitch you is. A bitch that get paid to be quiet. Not me, baby. I'm a real one. I didn't grow up in poverty and shit. I grew up having shit.
Before this school was called University of Jives, it used to be called Mary L. Rush. Like, everybody know what's going on.
Catalina, is y'all charging the
Okay, y'all, give me just a minute. I'm going to apply my battery pack.
The black Chrysler over there.
These are all manifestations of sorcery, okay? And until we get back to the ways of our ancestors, okay? We cannot progress and we cannot move forward.
Absolutely.
And in these times, it's critical, you know, that we do so.
You're on camera. I don't know if you want to be, but they can hear our conversation.
Well, I mean, I didn't say anything.
I mean, what you're saying is knowledgeable, and I think it's good if people should hear. But I just want to let you know that it's not a private conversation.
Well, you know, like I said, I'm just out here for my morning walk.
I understand.
But
it's all paramount to kingdom building at the end of the day. When we refresh our people and we heal our people, because our people have been hurt and abused.
Yes, yeah. So it is above, so it is below. Okay, and so we need to shift our paradigm.
Yes.
Okay. There's you know, when they say shifting paradigms, you know, people say, oh well, you know, you gotta vote. You've been voting for how long? What have you got? What are you getting for your vote?
Okay, y'all, I got the battery pack on. Hang on a second. I'm being charged. Thank y'all for tuning in. I believe they're going to be out here till about noon time.
He got a first service and a second service.
First service, I believe, is almost over.
He got to where he do service the whole Monday, Tuesday.
Shanita Cleveland, how you doing? Smash the topic, breaking news. Community journalism. Oh, do you? Thank you, thank you. Y'all, she says she looks forward to my voice on Smash. Good morning. I hope everybody's had a great morning, a good start to the morning. Here reporting Dallas at IBOC Community Church. Well, I don't know if it's community in there, but IBOC Church. Yes, I do have my mask. Here it is. We're out in the fresh air. It's got a nice breeze. We have some more people arriving. See what their signs say. How you doing? Good morning.
What'd she say?
She wants us to have success. Her blessing. I'm gonna go to McDonald's before we eat.
No, I don't know if he's addressed the allegations yet. I know the last week after the ladies first came back out again, I believe that there was a sermon posted about attacks.
Don't go in there! Oh, is she on too?
Oh, you want to tell them who you are and why you're here?
Oh, let's see.
It's up to you.
No. I'm just in the neighborhood, and I just.
Oh, you're just walking. Okay.
So what's your piece going to be on? Where is it? We're just doing a live stream.
Smash the topic breaking news. That's the. I'll show you it. So he's on Facebook, and then you can like his page and be able to share it.
Yeah, sure. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
What I was saying, you know, just,
Now, let me get behind the cone, y'all.
and it's just not. It's just not in the black community. We live in what I was telling
GG, it's Pastor Rickie Rush.
I said, so it is above, so it is below. This is chaotic time, and we also in the year of knowing.
Yes, it was like last Sunday or the Sunday before. I think it was last Sunday. You can go on their page and see it. It was like a double title.
And so all of these things are coming out, and rightfully so. So, we have to stop the sorcery.
Persuasive Jade, you're so funny. It's in the description. It's in the description, Carrie. I hope y'all have had a good morning. Got up and gotten your day started. Thanks for tuning in. Share. Thank you, Smash, for keeping the community connected. Do the smash cam unedited. Okay, so I'm gonna log off, y'all, and I'm gonna go around to the other side where the other ladies are, okay? I will be back on. Give me about 10 minutes to get around, and I will log back on from the other side as church is being let out. Tune in. Thank you, Smashers and Smashettes. Smash Squad, we love you so much. I'll be on in a moment. Signing out, Shanita Cleveland.